Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. Woo! Okay. We have to choose that card because it totally jumped out. And today I'm using the Magical Unicorns oracle cards, and oops. Sorry, all these cards are jumping out here. I love this oracle card deck. It's a new one that I got, and it's another Doreen Virtue deck, and I think it's just gorgeous. And so I just wanted to get some insight with this reading into basically what the energies of the upcoming week are and what we need to be focusing on, if there's anything we need to be aware of. So I'm going to start with the first card, and actually I'll just turn this card over so it doesn't distract us. So I'm going to start with the first card, and it says, "You are gifted." And the message says, "You are very intelligent and talented." Okay, so starting off the beginning of the week, we've got "You are gifted," and I feel like this card is about not just recognizing what our gifts are, because I think everyone has special gifts that we bring into this lifetime, but I don't feel like this card is about that. I think it's about recognizing that we are gifted and that we have gifts, because I think most of us aren't really used to seeing ourselves as being gifted, and most of us don't think of ourselves as being really extraordinarily talented or like the card says, intelligent, but I think intelligence is kind of in some ways a little bit overrated. I think there's lots of other talents. I don't think we're all particularly intelligent, but I think there's lots of other redeeming qualities that many of us have. And so I feel like this card is about recognizing that you are gifted, and I think in a lot of ways we're trained to recognize other people's talents and to see specialness in other people but not ourselves. And I think this is true for, if you just look at how our media is and how celebrities are, and how we're really trained to sort of worship certain people in our culture and recognize their talents and their gifts and put a high value on what others are doing, but we're not really trained to do that to ourselves. So the beginning of the week is simply accepting that you do have gifts. And for those of you who are kind of cringing and thinking that this is kind of creepy or kind of sleazy to look at yourself that way and think that you're really special and gifted, if you don't do this, if you don't recognize that you're gifted, it's hard for you to see your gifts and to really express them. And when you aren't expressing your gifts in the world, you're basically robbing everyone else of the benefits that that they could get from your gifts. So you're really doing a huge service to your family, your friends, your community, and the world around you when you not just recognize your gifts, but accept and believe that you are a gifted person. So the beginning of the week is a really good time to do that. And then moving into the middle of the week, we have "very soon." And I just want to go back to this card because I have a feeling that we're going to have experiences this week that might make us think otherwise. That might make us think that we're not special or we're not gifted or we're just like everyone else. And a lot of this is kind of our own negative self-talk. It might not be experiences or anything to do with anyone else but ourselves. But just recognize that and notice if you're starting to kind of get trapped in that pattern of negative self-talk and not believing that you're in any way special or gifted. So very soon. Okay, this is an exciting card. Very soon, and the message says, what you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So that's good news. So if there's anything that you've been waiting on, or if there's anything that you've kind of been trying to manifest or focusing on, this card is letting you know that it's going to be happening quickly. And I get the sense like it might be happening even more quickly than we want or than we're ready for. So it's just saying, be ready, have all your ducks in a row and be ready, because things are going to start happening quite quickly. And the Pegasus, actually I don't know if this is a Pegasus because it's got a unicorn horn, but I I think a horse with wings is a Pegasus, whether or not it's a unicorn. But the wings on this horse to me just represent a real sense of freedom and a sense of not just moving onward and upward, but a sense of really kind of breaking through your barriers. It's a real card of ascension. So moving into a new realm where new things are possible. So if you've had anything that's holding you back lately, whether that's, limiting beliefs or whatever that might be, if there's anything that's been holding you back, this card is letting you know that you have a very good chance this week of breaking through those barriers and rising above them. And then the last card represents the weekend. So I always say Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I include Friday as part of the weekend. And this card says teamwork. And the message is work with others to make this situation come about. So it's referring to a specific situation. So once again, if there's something that you've wanted to happen, or there's a specific outcome or something that you've been thinking of, the key to getting what you want and the key to success is working cooperatively with others and recognizing that you're not just a person on your own, you're part of a greater whole. And that's basically what teamwork is all about, is connecting with others and seeing a part of yourself in others and finding ways to really relate to other people and be able to work with them in a way that's not just harmonious and good and productive, but working with people in a way that's actually transformative and in a way that brings out everyone's gifts. So this can refer to a situation, I feel like it refers to a family situation for some reason. So if you're having any issues with your family, this is all about teamwork. So it's all about coming together and seeing, everyone's, accepting people's faults and seeing their gifts and their positive qualities and being able to communicate and work through things as a group, not as an individual. So yeah, it's all about teamwork this weekend and connecting with others. So I'm just going to take a quick step back and see if I notice any other themes. And the one thing that's kind of standing out to me is the two horses on this side are kind of almost looking at each other, so they're kind of facing inward to the very soon card. So I feel like the middle of the week is kind of the key, the important day. So I'm getting Wednesday as sort of the day where things start to happen, things start to shift, we start to see some really positive changes happening. Okay, so that's been your weekly oracle card reading. And my name is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and thank you so much for joining me.